What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we are on the test server here today, and we will be taking a look at one of the brand new champions, Kerin the Harvester, or Kerin the Harvester from the Lizardman faction. Literally a brand new champion just released into the game. Quick overview on the kit here. Great base stats overall, 109 base speed, pretty quick. It is a support champion. Magic affinity. Let's check out his kit here real quick. A1 AoE attack 50%, books up to 75% chance of decreased speed. That's really good. And a turn meter fill here, 5% or 10% if they have decreased speed on. That's pretty good, especially for an A1. A2 here, single target hit, 4 turn down to 3 turns when fully booked. Puts all of the target skill on cooldown. That's nice on a single hit. And then it has a 100% chance of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies under sleep by 15%. It has a 100% chance of decreasing turn meters of all enemies without sleep by 30%. So, put turn meter pushback with a single target lockout and a 3-turn cooldown. That's pretty quick, nice, fast cooldown. Let's see what else he's got in his kit. Is A3 here. AoE has a 100% chance when fully booked of putting everybody to sleep for 1 turn. Will ignore block debuffs. That's kind of good. Meaning that somebody like, for example, Sifi can't protect their team from the sleep. After he performs that, then he gets an extra turn. So it seems like the way this kit works is you go A3 and then you lock out one enemy fully and then push back turn meter. But what you want to do is probably avoid the A3 to wake them all up. His passive here does synergize pretty well with this kit. Turn meter effects have reduced value when enemy uses them on themselves. And then his active ability is whenever sleep is removed or expires, he instantly activates his A2, so his lockout ability on that target. It doesn't work if the sleep is removed by damage. So if we damage them, then it doesn't work. So yeah, that's why his kit doesn't really make too much sense to me, but I wanted to play test him out and see exactly how good or bad he can be. So let's jump into it. So just based off of his kit, he is an arena champion. Of course, he can offer some CC for wave content, dungeon, Doom Tower, Centranos. He'll be pretty decent. But his kit looks like it's strictly for the arena. So I'll show you guys my Kerin, and we'll see how he does. So I'll show you guys my Kerin here, Kerin the Harvester. So I have him in pretty good gear. Obviously, we're handling some pretty high-end arena teams, arena defenses here. So we got to gear this guy out to play. Obviously, you just scale your Kerin the Harvester down in terms of stats and sets. But we have him in a 4-piece, a single turn stone skin with a 5-piece pinpoint. So the pinpoint's going to stop him from sheeping himself just in case due to his AoE sleep ability, AoE decreased speed ability, of course. So that will stop him from sheeping himself. And then stone skin, make sure that he gets a turn so that he can come back and sleep the enemy if needed. Let's go over the gear here real quick. Like I said, I put some pretty decent gear on him, got some good rolls, so forth and so forth. And yeah, decent gear. No relics. I have a 5-star blessing on him with the intimidating presence. Intimidating presence will give slightly bigger aura percentage, and then weakens the enemy aura by 20%, so it allows you to maybe get the speed advantage. In terms of total masteries, went down the support tree down to Eagle Eye. That's probably the most important. Master Hexer for increased duration on the speed debuff, Cycle of Magic for more sleep, and Lockout A2, Arcane Celerity for increased turn meter. For the defense tree, I went down to Harvest Despair. It does give us a leech debuff. I went for the turn meter boost and then the counterattack when applied hard CC against your team. I wanted to avoid both of these just because sometimes the A1 might be a negative because you might wake up everybody. So I went for the increased turn meter instead of this one, which I think probably occurs more often than this one. But yeah, both of these you might want to avoid just because it's kind of a negative for the A1, but there is some benefit as well if they're not all asleep. Otherwise, not too much masteries that he's going to get too much value from. So I think this works fine for him. Let's take him for a spin in the arena and see how well he performs. You guys can let me know in the comments below what you guys think is going to happen with this champion based on his kit, based on the build. All right, so let's just pick whatever team here. We're gonna run with the Sifi. Wukong is our DPS, and then we're gonna run with Kerin here as the CC champion. So let's see here. Start full auto. Against Marius is a bit of a problem because Kerin has turn meter pushback. So he's going to trigger the A1 pretty frequently. But we're going to sleep through. We're going to sleep through the block debuffs, or at least try to. And yeah, see how well it goes. I mean, there's going to be obvious issues here, but let's see how he actually plays. So no stone skin on Marius. That's good to see. Gonna boost up. Okay, so now we're gonna be using the A3. So let's use the A3 here. We're not gonna be able to sleep anybody except for the Arbiter and Marius. Keep in mind that the sleep here does bypass block debuffs. And all right, we got the sleep. The A3 is painfully slow. The animation is painfully slow. All right, so now this one, put all of target skills on cooldown. Has a 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies that are asleep. So we can push back the turn meter of Marius. Like I said, if Marius was not asleep, he would be using his A1. So that's already a big problem for this champion. And another problem that we are seeing right now is Stone Skin. Stone Skin is a big problem as well. So the sleep doesn't bypass the Stone Skin, unfortunately. So the A1 comes in. Oh, sorry, the A2 comes in. She is fully locked out, and this gives us an opportunity to probably come in, blow everybody up. But honestly, this is a battle won due to going first. Now, we already see some issues here. He can't go through Stone Skin, so he requires a strip champion to destroy the Stone Skin first or remove the Stone Skin. And of course, he can't handle Marius at all. His A1 will push back turn meter, and his A2 will push back turn meter. So you're going to just be triggering Marius like crazy. So some pretty big negatives there. All right, let's see the interaction here against the UDK. I'm kind of interested. Have a quick peek here at Smiley's defense. Okay, so we're going to go first. Turn meter up. Okay, so can we put everybody to sleep? Sleep, I believe, was transferred to the Ancora, and I couldn't get the sleep here because of the affinity, I guess. I think that was a weak hit. Okay, so let's see if this can actually bypass. Let's see if the A2 can bypass the UDK. I don't think so, but just to test. Nope, it can't. And it did push back turn meter on everybody. Kind of works. Let's see what happens here. So he cleanses. We get the turn meter push back, and then we die. Yeah. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't offer. He has a conditional. He has a conditional CC, conditional crowd control, that is good under certain circumstances. There's problem with this. I think maybe it's meta. It could be the meta, but definitely some issues with his kit. Let's try this one here. Similar situation here. Ancora is probably going to absorb the sleep off of Narcisse. And we have Stone Skin here as well. So Stone Skin, big problem. We can sleep. Okay. And let's test the lockout ability. Let's see if the lockout works through Stone Skin. Attacks one enemy. Puts all of the target skills on cooldown. Okay. So it at least works off of Stone Skin. Oh. So Fabian kicked out of the sleep, maybe due to his passive. And then Kerin went back into him with the A2. So he's locked out. Or he should have been locked out. But for some reason, he still was able to lock us out. A little bit strange. What do you guys think about that? I didn't really see what exactly happened there. Because it looked like he was sleeping. His passive, Fabian's passive, probably woke him up. Kerin went into him with the A2 and probably it should have locked him out, but then he came back and locked us all out. You can kind of see our skills are all locked out. It's a little bit weird. A little bit weird. But yeah. A little bit weird. Let's try that again. I want to see that again. Let's try that again. All right, let's try that again. Okay, sleep. What happened? Is it because he transferred to sleep? Did he transfer to sleep and then because the sleep is gone, it went back? We went back in with the A2. Is removed or expired on a target. Instantly activate the Thresh Master. So he is already locked out. You do push, turn me or push back. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so you get some situations where the passive is not too bad on Kerin, so that, for example, like if he has the wand and he passes the sleep back to you, that's kind of removing it, and then he goes back in with the A2 and locks you out. So that's kind of a thing. All right, let's go into Nubraise's team here. It's all high elves. Let's see what he's packing here. All right, no stone skin. Let's see what happens. All right, team sleep. That feels good. And we'll lock out the Arbiter. Arbiter is locked out. I'm pretty sure if I use the A2, it's probably over. But he does have Ancora. Oh, sorry, he does have the whatever this one is. I don't even remember the oh my god. I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know it. Incarnate, right? Incarnate. Turn meter A1. A1 went turn meter. Okay. Okay. Oh, she kicked out of the sleep, and then the A2 went back in. A lot of these guys are probably. Oh, he probably also works pretty well with Sifi too. No. Oh, is it only sleep placed by himself? No, that's not right. I'm pretty sure he went into him with the A2 after he kicked out of the sleep. Okay, let's see this again. I'm super confused with this guy. Seems like whenever sleep debuff is removed or expired on a target, instantly activate the Thresh Mat on that target. Okay. And then this one hits one enemy, puts all target skills on cooldown. Decreasing turn meter. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that again. Affinity issues as well. There's a bit of a bummer here. Okay. That's kind of nice. I mean, you can sleep everybody, and if you have affinity issues, you can use the A2 on that champion. That is not bad. That's kind of nice, right? Whenever a sleep debuff, that means Sifi's debuff should apply his passive as well. Interesting. Okay. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys are watching this, and I'm kind of stuck on what I really want to do with this guy. I mean, he probably needs a strip champion to go before him so that you can get the sleep in. But I mean, you might as well just use like somebody like Kymar that has the sleep and strip in one ability instead of relying on somebody else to strip for you, right? Another thing to consider is that a champion like popular strip champion is actually somebody like Sulfurion. Sulfurion can strip before strip stone skin before Kerin goes, but because it's an HP burn, it has a possibility to wake up the whole team, so renders the sleep not very useful, and it counts as damage as well, so it breaks the sleep. So somebody like Sulfuron, who's really popular, you can't really use as a stone skin remover. You could use somebody like Fabian, I guess, but in that case, Fabian is just a million times better because he already locks out everybody instead of just one champion. So in my opinion, I don't think this guy is going to see any use at all. It feels like I said, Kymar does this better. Fabian does this better. And his A1 is pretty good. His A1 is pretty good. And his passive, honestly, it's like Fabian's A1. Sorry, it's like Fabian's passive. It's like Fabian's passive where if you break fear for a move, he comes back in with the petrification. But yeah, Kerin is just a worse Fabian in almost every way. Like even the aura, 80 accuracy is really good. 80 accuracy in arena, I mean, it's good, but I mean, he's kind of worse in every way. Worse aura too. So anyways, that's going to be my quick showcase on him. I mean, not all showcases will have bangers and, you know, super hype champions. Just kind of show you guys exactly what to expect from this champion. His kit doesn't really make too much sense because his A1 being an AoE is actually a negative that wakes everybody up, potentially. The Stone Skin meta really shuts him down. Marius really shuts this guy down. And the fact that there's just better champions already in existence that do, you know, basically 2 of his moves in 1 move, I think this guy's not going to see any play, and he's definitely not worth your resources. But anyways, guys, you guys let me know in the comments below if you guys see anything I'm missing here. Of course, I can be totally wrong and out to lunch on this, so you guys let me know if you guys see any crazy combinations that you guys might see with Kerin the Harvester. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.